welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Neil Himmelstein. He is the owner of Main Street Planning Group. So, Neil, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you.
So, Neil, what is Main Street Planning Group and what's your role in the company?
So Main Street Planning Group is an independent insurance wholesaler specializing in life insurance, annuities, disability, long-term care, and we work with hundreds of agents across the country, and we help advise attorneys and CPAs who have insurance matters and questions and help in planning and reviewing documents and making sure everything is correct.
Okay. So, Neil, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
Well, one of our mottos is we have a code, and our code is choice, organization, direction, and education. But I've recently, after speaking to many attorneys, I'm changing the C word to communication, organization, direction, education. But quite candidly, communication is what leads to, and particularly financial communication, leads to many matrimonial issues. And when the partners, husband, wife, business partners, aren't communicating as to where their finances are or what their finances are, it can create a big problem. And then after they split up, typically one partner is not aware of where all the finances are or how to manage the finances or plan for the future.
So true.
There's also an insurance element involved in making sure, particularly when there's children and other things, that there is something in place to replace that income for the other person who's relying on that for their children and whatnot. So it becomes complicated, as you know,
Right.
and you need other professionals to help guide the process.
Right. So, Neil, what are the challenges that you face in your area of work?
Well, as a wholesaler, I represent over 30 different insurance companies. And I think since COVID, well, even prior to COVID, you have a lot of consolidation and you have a lot of things going on. But what we found was many insurance companies, whether, with stay-at-home work or whatnot, have different processes, number one, but also a lot of their work is divided in different parts of the country where they're not communicating from one to the other. So a lot of our time is being wasted on waiting for people to get back to us. And that's our biggest problem in the industry today, is that we have to take on that responsibility or load that, let's say, the insurance company should be in processing an application, where we have to take extra steps and do their work for them in order to get the same amount of work done.
Gotcha. So, Neil, what would be the best way for a prospective client or another professional like myself to contact you?
I could be reached at 631-647-4694, or my website, themainstreetplanninggroup.com or themainstreetcode.com.
Perfect. So now, Neil Himmelstein, we have now come to the most important part of our show, and that happens to be the question of the week. So, Neil Himmelstein, this is your question of the week. You are the head of product development at a major fast food chain. What food would you create and why?
Grilled cheese sandwich.
A grilled cheese sandwich.
It's simple to understand. Everybody can relate to it. It's simple to replicate, and you can add all sorts of lots of stuff to it.
It's amazing. They don't really have grilled cheese that much in a fast food chain. So that's an incredible answer. I love it.
Thank you.
Neil Himmelstein, you have said it all. You are helping people with life insurance one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a
Thank you.
wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you. We like to keep it simple. Thank you for having Michael.